besides the Mjola Wanyasa thing that is like in rife, and then no one is taking a moment to like really ask why is it like that. There's also this thing of people, like I said, we're all having a collective enlightenment. We are awakening, right? But there's also this thing, I'm an empath too. So there's this thing people would say, I'm an empath. I keep on attracting people who are narcissists, people who are toxic and stuff like that. They want my light and stuff. Okay. Have you ever like taken a moment to ask yourself, why do you keep on attracting people who are abusive, toxic, and who are narcissists? And also with the narcissist and stuff like that, it's a good thing that now we have like the language for all these things. But have you ever like, because there's the yin and the yang, right? We're always co-creating here. So if you keep on attracting people who are bad for you, have you ever asked yourself, why do you do that? You're attracting narcissists and stuff like that. They prey on you, not because necessarily it's because of your light, but because also you lack boundaries. So meaning, now the question should be, who taught you not to have boundaries? Why do you keep on allowing them to do these things to you? Why are you not using your voice? Who took your voice? What happened to your voice? So you understand that we're all coming from something. We're all dealing with something. And the healing needs us to work together. So in your own healing, the key thing here is that we need to be graceful with one another. We need to be gentle with one another. If you've already underwent your own healing process, there are other people who still need their own space and time to heal, right? So just because when they've already got the light bulb, don't say now like toxic vibes only, the positive vibes only, people are toxic and stuff like that. You guys are trashing people. You guys are killing people. I know that it is good that we have the language, but you are actually like making people feel bad about their lives and themselves. Because some of these things, it's also things that they're not, some of them, they're not actively aware that they're actually toxic. They have toxic habits, that they're actually narcissistic, right? So just because now you have the name for that, them also, what if they also want to break out of that thing? Not that I'm endorsing that they have to do that, but the whole experience, because this narcissistic thing, you always realize these things in relationships. And because relationships are like, they're the breeding ground for enlightenment. That's to growth. It happens in relationships, right? So some of these people, they get into this, you experience the narcissism with them, right? For you, it is your own call to say, yo, you need to step up with your boundaries. You need to start standing up for yourself. You should no longer relax your standards. You should no longer allow 1, 2, 3 to happen to you, right? Besides you just trashing them to say, oh my God, they were like this, blah, 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 blah. And for them also, imagine if you stand up. When you stand up for yourself, when you stand up for themselves, don't you think you're also giving them that light? Not that this is your responsibility to be healing people or teaching people, whatever it is. No. But it is also like a call to you to say, you keep on attracting the same people, right? People who do you bad, stuff like that, transactional relationships, those things that just showing that you're also coming from something. It doesn't mean that you are like the victim, the sweet konyana that like is being preyed on. It just also, as much as the experience, I'm not dismissing the experience, but it also says to you that it is time for you to work on your boundaries. It is time for you to stand up, to start standing up for yourself. It's time for you to stop settling for less. It's time for you to start speaking up and stuff like that. You understand? So meaning, as much as you are being preyed on, also it shows you that you also have something that you need to deal with. Njola Wanyesa is something that is like the human race we need to look into, because it shows how like we are wounded. And I know the word wounded and stuff like that, it sounds like, damn, I don't want to be associated with that. But it just shows that there is something that is not, it is within the human race. There is something that is not good. And it goes back to how we grew up. Like I said, that most of the people that are living right now, the young adults that are living right now, these are the people that lived in the tough environment. And now, also they're the lucky ones because now they're having this light. We're having this collective awakening and stuff like that. They're enlightened right now. Enlightenment means a call to brave healing. You need to start healing. If we want the next generation not to deal with the keeping up with the Kardashians, we need to heal this now. There is this quote about each generation having its own purpose and stuff like that. The purpose of this generation is to heal ourselves, is to break that cycle. The trauma thing, we need to heal that generational trauma, the thing that we took from previously. Because if we do not heal that, your kids are gonna be dealing with that. I read something that was so nice, like that. Let us not let, okay, our children, I'm just gonna paraphrase, our children shouldn't, what? It says something about not making sure that our children don't have to heal from us, our kids, and something like that. That is like a nice thing. But that thing requires that you start healing. You start making it a norm to have a therapist. You know, like dealing with yourself, and realizing that what, I was the kid that was always like the black sheep thing. We like taking this as like, oh, I'm the black sheep, they don't like me and stuff like that. And then it's like, I don't care kind of thing, you're rebellious and stuff like those things, they catch up with you. So it's time to take a moment to heal, right? The first thing that we need to deal with is that we need to go back and heal We need to go back and heal. The second thing that we got to deal with is the positive vibes only culture. People can't speak up. People can't talk to you. People can confide in you, even your best friends, because you're saying positive vibes only. So meaning, in a way, you're alienating your friends, your partners, and all these people because of the language that you use. And maybe I'm just saying, guys, can we be more kinder? Can we please be more kinder? Because we do need each other. I'm not close to your siblings and all that. You are close to them. Can you try to mold yourself in a way that you can actually hold space for them? And if you feel like you can't deal with that, because we all have our own emotional bandwidth, what we can endure. So if you don't have that, refer them to professionals, but just don't trash them. Because when you keep on pushing them away, that's why one day you're going to wake up and they'll be gone. Because they had no one who listened to them. And that's when you're going to say, why didn't you say something? But you said positive vibes only. I felt like I didn't have positive vibes because I was drowning. I couldn't breathe. It was negative. It is negative emotion. And negative emotion is human. We have to feel that. All of us. I'm a possibilitarian. I'm as positive as they come. I'm a possibility thinker, but I'm also rational. There are times where I feel crappy. I cry a river. I literally dedicate an hour or some minutes to cry. There are times I allow myself to have lazy days because damn, it is bad. I'm not feeling good. I'm pissed. I get pissed. But we need to allow ourselves, because one thing that we've been trained in our childhood and in the Black community is this of faithing it away, praying it away. We were taught emotional dishonesty. So it is time we learned that to be human. To be human means feeling all the negatives and the positive emotions. You can't have only the positive. It just doesn't happen. That is fake life. And that is keeping up, which gets me to the third thing. The reason why right now we have more people that rise in the mental health erosion and suicides. The first thing was because of traumas, childhood traumas. The second thing is the positive vibes only culture. And then the third thing is the keeping up with the Kardashians, the culture of instant gratification, the culture of social media, the age of social media, FOMO. FOMO is killing our generation. Even the kids that are okay end up not being okay. Because, you guys, we want it, and we want it right now. And the technology people, they have us. They're doing it. They're coming up. You know what? It actually, it hurts me. It hurts me because I don't know if we see it. But technology is so great. but we are giving them the innovations, what the new features to add. Those cookies that we like accept all the time and stuff like that, and we're like, oh, Mark Zuckerberg can actually see, is listening to me and stuff like that, blah blah blah. They are just leveraging on our instant gratification. The reason why we have these people that like just go to like pose with the boxes, study Gucci and stuff like that, influencers, oh my goodness, the culture of influencer, this rise of the influencer marketing, we're still far from understanding what influence is. That is just perception. It's not influence. It's not influencer marketing, it's perception. And if I were to like jump into business, hence it's not even sustainability in terms of the revenue that comes from influencer marketing. We're having a lot of people who are there, like we were talking about artists, the people in the limelight. I feel for them. I flipping feel for them, because they're the ones that I have to keep up. For the kids at home to keep up, they're looking at them. They're the ones that have to do the standards. So if they cannot, actually, oh shucks, this is actually bad. It's like we are handing over the rope to kill each other. The person that we're seeing on social media with the chains, the clips and the clam and all this kind of stuff, the kids are looking at them, right? And then if they can't do it and then they die, then it affects the kid at home. You understand? It's like fake thing. And the fake thing, we get to the fake thing because of the instant gratification. People no longer want to work. People are getting scammed. You're getting scammed because you want it now. You really want it now. You don't care. You don't even listen. You just want it now. And it's because of social media is driving that. Social media is good. This thing right now, you listen to me because of social media. We started business because of social media. But there's also the downside of social media. You're losing patience because of social media. You're living to impress people that you don't even like. You're living beyond your means to try and reach things that you don't want, just to impress people that you don't even like. It's social media. It is messing with us. So the other part, the other fraction of the suicides and the mental health erosion. Have you ever seen yourself? You're just there on social media, just scrolling, and you feel your energy just changing. It's social media. I don't know, but really, for us to be okay, for the therapists, for the antidepressants, for the positivity, the motivation and stuff, like for those things to work, we also need to check ourselves. When I was growing up, there's this thing I've never been told. I remember when I was going to varsity, do my first year, and somebody at varsity said to me, the way you're handling yourself, surely your parents set you down and they told you, they gave you to say, hey, when you get there, don't do this and this. And I told her that, no. Mutwaitaya. In my language, mutwaitaya. And I don't know how to say that. And midiroya motu iletosiriti sahai. Right? Basically, loosely translated would be that as a person, you have to tell yourself, you have to decide, really. You have to decide what kind of life do you want. Do you want the life where you're thriving? You're really okay? Or the life where you're you have to put up a front? I've met with people. I've engaged with people who are living that life. When they're with me and then they're like, damn, it's so hard. But they keep on going because you have to keep up, because that's what you sold them. But you guys don't know that you have the right to change. And you don't owe anyone an explanation of why you're no longer the same as yesterday. It's because you're thinking you owe people something. And you don't know that people always catch up. You make decisions and choices in life thinking about how another person is going to react to that, which is okay, it's a human thing to a certain extent, We're taught you need to impress. We've been We've been asking for permission throughout our lives. Permission to go to the bathroom when you're in school. Permission to go out from your parents. Everything is permission, permission. But this time around, ask yourself permission to just live it all. You have the right. Did you know that tomorrow you have, if some of you wanna wear your hair differently, you wanna start living differently and stuff like that, and you are so scared of what will these people say. How will they react? What is really crippling you? The reason why you're in this over-analysis, paralysis, it's not because of you. It's because you care about other people. It's not because you don't believe that you don't know that you want this. You know that you want it. But what is really holding you back is how will they receive it? People don't care. You give people too much credit. People don't really care. They don't give an F. They don't care. And also about your choices. Because guys, you guys are so cautious. You're tiptoeing through life, trying not to hurt other people. But do they consult you? Have you ever taken a moment to think, when people make their own choices, do they think whether or not they're going to make you mad? Do they care? Have you ever asked yourself if they really care how you're going to take it? But you care. Why? Man, if it's for your own good, you shouldn't care. You should not care about anybody. If it's not going to kill somebody, if it's going to keep you alive, if it's going to get you to a point where you're evolving and you're growing, you're being at your best, you're becoming this best version of you, a good human being, are you kidding me? You're not planning, you're not having a plan to kill somebody. That is not a bad thing. If it's not a bad thing, you're not causing any harm to the human race or to life, to nature, why are you worried? I'm so grateful. I'm 27 and I don't even have the pressure of when I'm 30 and stuff. I'm not even worried. I'm at a point where I don't mind taking risks. And if it fails, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. The key thing for me that I don't compromise is my stability, is my emotional stability. You don't mess with that. The key thing that I don't compromise is doing something that I don't want. I'm at that point where I don't do something that I don't want to do. And if it means what I have at the end of the day is me and being happy, I don't want to hold on. I don't want to survive. I don't want to be in survival mode. I want to thrive. Last time I went back home to take time out because I felt like I was getting into this survival mode. I was starting to allow things to happen. I'm like, I'm not speaking up. What the F, Kgadi, what is happening? I took time out. And I was like, no, I need to think. I need time to myself. Those things make sense. What doesn't make sense is you trying to keep up with people you don't like or you don't even know. Why are you trying to impress us? Why can't you just be your messy self if you're messy? You're hurting yourself. So if we are to get to a point where we heal the human race and the suicide and mental health gets better, we need to be human and allow ourselves to just, we need to live an honest life, a truthful life. An honest life, a truthful life. I think that's just the only thing. The honest life, what you see is what, you live, when you're honest, it starts from you. You projecting honesty to the world, projecting truth. People talk about and what the truths are there. What hurts is that you guys, as you're keeping up with the world, you know that you don't want to do it. You know that it's not okay. You know that it hurts you, but you don't want to disappoint. It's like, oh my God, they're going to see me for who I really am and stuff. We need to see you for who you really are. What hurts is that you know that this is hurting you. You're in debt. You're in debt because of this. You're not happy because of this. Meaning you're harming yourself. And I know that you want to be happy. Hence you wish that you could be somewhere else. You could just disappear. That disappearing is just taking off the mask. Get out of that avatar. and start being yourself. Deal with that mess if there will be a mess, because obviously when you change the mask, there will be a mess here and there. People are going to say, oh, okay, she was pretending, she was whatever, but it will pass. But right now, you're going to get yourself killed. And these people that you're trying to get to impress, and this life that you want to project and give us perception, this is your life and stuff like that, it's going to kill you. And the people that you're trying to impress are going to continue living, and you, poof, gone. You will be dead. So meaning, to heal the human race, to stop, to make life manageable, bearable for others and for ourselves, we need to start being more honest with ourselves and more truthful with ourselves. Live our truest versions of ourselves. Be more honest with ourselves, and then project truth in that honesty. What sticks, sticks. Yo, what sticks, sticks. If people don't like the fact that your hair is purple and you love it, it's their own baby to deal with. That's their own problem, honestly. All right? Some of you want to stop drinking. You want to stop what? You want to do this. You want to quit your job. You're caring about other people. You guys, maybe prioritize being happy, like truly happy. That level of happiness that that you ache for when you're alone. And you guys, it's not like you don't know what you need to do. You know. And what is stopping you? What is holding you back? It's not that you are not capable of doing that, or you don't believe that it is the right thing to do. It's because you care about the next person, what they will say. If it's social media, deactivate and create a new account. Get new people on your account. Delete all of them, the apps, right? Whatever it is making you prone to being this person, take it away. If it's home, leave home. Whatever is doable, whatever you can do right now, just do that. If it's Instagram, can't you just delete Instagram? You don't owe anyone to be on Instagram. If anything, people are getting paid because you're on Instagram. But if it's the thing that is killing you, that it makes you, one moment you're working on something and then you believe in yourself, and bam, you go on social media, you see that other person, you're like, oh, somebody's already winning, and then you're under pressure, depression, you're depressed. You understand? You're enabling yourself. You're getting yourself in those situations. You're working against yourself. So if social media is working against you, if it's a certain crowd that is working against you, certain cycles that are working against you, stop them. Stop going to them. Stop being in those things. Like, cut them off. Right? If it's people, the cutting off thing, I think you guys are you understand it, but you're not doing it right, most of you. I understand that you're making it a trend. Everything is a trend. Everything is a hashtag. Self-care. You guys, the way you're doing it, self-care is more than just checking in hotels and blocking people and stuff like that. It's about you learning to use your own voice, being able to coexist with people who are toxic, but not letting that toxicity to spill on you. It's not about you cutting them off. Cutting them off is because you know that you don't have the tools to deal with them. Does it mean that now you're going to leave work because your boss is toxic? You're going to quit? You need to learn that life needs the skills. You need to have skills in life. Boundaries are skills. Using your voice is a skill. What you think, your thought process is a skill. So you guys are in this culture of cutting. Cancel culture. Are you kidding me? I deactivated my Twitter. I deactivated it because, damn, there's always upside and downside to everything. But the cancel culture, damn, people are not forgivable. It scares me. I left Twitter. I left it because it made me realize that human beings, this generation can actually kill a person. You guys can, yeah. And it's, you guys, we are getting the right information, the right intel, the right wisdom, but we're misusing it. We are killing each other. We are turning against humanity. Are you kidding me? Intel and wisdom is there to make us evolve. When you realize that there's narcissism, there is anxiety, there's depression, there is toxicity and stuff like that, it is your call for you to evolve, learn the skills to coexist. You do not alienate the human race. You need to learn how to navigate. For some of you, is to teach others. For some of you, is to learn. You can't always be quitting jobs because when you don't want to deal with it. Because when you won't settle for that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, but I just hope from what I've just said here and there, somebody will get something. All right? But I just hope like we be more kinder. Honesty and truth. Honesty and truth, and just